Canada is a very beautiful nation with lots of opportunities for growth career-wise, and I know so many nurses want to relocate to Canada to practice as registered nurses or registered mental health nurse or registered midwife, but so many nurses are confused as to how they can get licensed in Canada and relocate to work and live in Canada. In this video, I'm going to be telling you how you can apply for and get registered as a nurse in Canada. So watch this video until the end. Hi there, my name is Deb. If you're seeing me for the first time, welcome to Discover with Deb. On this channel, I talk about anything immigration, study abroad opportunities, scholarships, career growth, nursing licensing in other parts of the world, healthcare professionals licensing, and any information to motivate you and help you to succeed and advance in your life. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do consider subscribing to this channel, and don't forget to hit on the bell notification so you can be notified each time I upload a new video. So there, when it comes to practicing in Canada or in any other part of the world as a nurse, you know nursing is a registered profession. So you can't just get a job from your home country and then pack your bags and start moving to Canada to work as a registered nurse. It doesn't work that way. You have to have a license to practice in the country or in Canada. We are limiting this to Canada today. You have to have a license to practice in Canada before you can be eligible to work as a registered nurse or registered mental health nurse or registered midwife or in any nursing profession or specialty at all in Canada. So the first thing you want to do is to research the province you want to live in. For example, Canada has lots of provinces. There is Manitoba, Alberta, Quebec, and the rest of a lot of them in Ontario, many provinces in Canada. And these provinces have their own regulatory bodies that regulates the nursing practice and profession in their province. So it's not like if you're from Africa, if you're from Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, Uganda, Kenya, if you're from India, the Philippines, these countries and many more have just one, like the United Kingdom as well has just one regulatory body. In the United Kingdom, we have the NMC, National Military Council in Nigeria, and the rest of them. But in Canada, just as it is in the US, these territories have their own regulatory bodies, and these regulatory bodies, I mean to say, have their own requirements and their own registration process or licensing process for internationally educated nurses. So you want to contact the regulatory body in the province you wish or you love and you wish to live in and find out what their process is to get registered in that province. And you can do that by going on the website of the regulatory body of that province and check what their website. Make sure you're looking at the internationally educated nurses, except you got your education in Canada, your nursing education in Canada. But if you educated internationally, make sure you're checking the internationally educated nurses section on their website. So many of them have prepared a registration application package you need to read through and get the guidance. Another way you can contact them is by emailing them and wait to get a response, or you can give them a call and find out from them. But in this video today, I'm just going to be giving a general overview of what most of the nursing regulatory bodies in the provinces, in most of the provinces in Canada, would expect you to do or require of you to register as a registered nurse in Canada. I hope this video is able to help someone today. So after you have found out what the requirements of these provinces or these regulatory bodies in each province is, or in the province you desire to register, the next thing you will need to do is to get your credentials assessed. And most of the Canadian provinces accept assessment from NNAS. NNAS is the National Nursing Assessment Service. So what they do is they assess your education, your English language skill, to be sure that your education matches the standard standard of education for a nurse in Canada. So when this assessment body performs their evaluation of your certificate, they issue either of 3 reports. They can either say that your education is equivalent to a Canadian education, or they can say it is somewhat equivalent to a Canadian education, or they can say it is not equivalent, to a Canadian education. And if it says that it's somewhat equivalent, the nursing regulatory body might ask you to undergo some bridging courses, and most of these bridging courses, if not all, you can complete them from or in your home country online. They might give you a space of 6 months, 1 year or more, if they as the case may be, for you to complete this bridging course. So after you're done with your NNAS evaluation, you just need to register, or you can register with the nursing regulatory body just midway your NNAS evaluation, because the NNAS is a very lengthy process, and that gets me, I don't know, I wonder why they take so long to evaluate certificates credentials. I feel credential evaluation shouldn't take so long. NNAS, TGFNS, they are just the longest evaluation or credential assessment body I've ever known in my life. So I don't really like the style, but I wish that in the future they might cut down their duration and make it, a shorter period. 1 year is just a lot of time. I mean to say, people do not have time to wait that long. So if you know them, please let them know. So that's going to take about 1 year for them to evaluate your credentials and issue a report. The NNAS will also need your English language assessment or test results, and they will need the IELTS academic, not the general. And the minimum score they need for majority of the Canadian provinces is going to be a minimum of 7 overall, a 7 in speaking and listening, and a 6.5 in writing and reading. That's the minimum score they will require of you to apply as a registered nurse in Canada, and you will need to submit this English proficiency test results to NNAS. So midway, or just about when your NNAS is about getting completed, or while you begin your NNAS, I would advise not to start your registering with the nursing regulatory body initially, because NNAS, like I said, is going to take 1 year, and your application with the nursing regulatory body is open for 1 year. So if you start your NNAS and it doesn't get complete, and your NNAS is just getting released and your application is almost getting expired, you're going to be confused. So hold on, and once, maybe let's say 8 months or 7 months into your NNAS getting completed, you can create an account with the nursing regulatory body of the province in Canada. Let's say you are applying to Ontario, Quebec, or whichever province, or Manitoba, Alberta. You create an account with the nursing regulator or the nursing college of that province, and then you can begin to provide all the evidences they need: your character, professional practice, many evidences they require of you. They're going to let you know everything you need. So you just start gathering everything, making sure those of them that needs to be sent directly from your employer is sent directly. Don't send anything yourself that is not supposed to come from you. Make sure that if your school has to send any transcript, your documents or whatsoever directly to NNAS or to your school, it's not, or to the regulatory body, it's not coming from you, it's coming directly from the school. Anything you need to send that it's official, if it needs to be notarized, get it notarized. If it needs to be translated, if it's not in English, translate it and get it notarized. Just make sure you abide by the rules so your application is not delayed. And some provinces, if not all, might also need you to sit some jurisprudence examination. It's just about the nursing and the law. You know what the law says as a nurse, you abide by it. I already spoke about the bridging courses or the bridging course. The nursing regulatory body might ask you to sit for any bridging course if they find that your education is somewhat equivalent to Canadian education for nurses. They also check your criminal records or your character to be sure you do not have any criminal records. And there, if you have completed all that the nursing regulatory body needs and you've met their requirement or criteria for registration, you're going to receive an ATT, which is an authorization to test. And once you receive that authorization to test, you will then have to schedule your NCLEX examination. Go sit for your NCLEX, smash that examination, pass excellently, then you can now receive a license or a certificate of qualification from the province which you have just been registered with or you've applied to be registered with. So there, after you've received your license or your qualification certificate or whatsoever you get from the nursing regulatory body of the province you've chosen to register with in Canada, what is the next step to take? The next step to take is to apply to immigrate to Canada via the express entry route under the Federal Skilled Worker Program. The good thing with passing your NCLEX is that it gives you a chance to get a job offer from a Canadian employer to work in Canada as a registered nurse. So once you get a job offer from a Canadian employer, so long as you have your NCLEX, getting a job offer is just, it's very easy, to be very easy for you to get a job offer so long as you have your NCLEX. And once you get a job offer, that could add between 550 rather to 200 points to your CRS score. Remember, I made a video about how to calculate your CRS score. If you haven't watched that, watch that in this channel. I've also made lots of videos about the Canadian Express Entry Program, so you can watch all of those videos on this channel. They are all packed here. And you can also get a provincial nomination so long as you've passed your NCLEX and the province is looking for nurses. They might give you a provincial nomination because you are qualified. You can just come into Canada immediately and start working. You have all it takes. You can get a provincial nomination, that's going to add about 600 points to your express entry CRS score, and that will place you in a better chance to get invited to apply for your permanent residence in Canada. So there, after you have applied for your permanent residence and you get your permanent residence via the express entry route, the next thing is for you to immigrate to Canada with your family and live your new life as a registered nurse in Canada, and you enjoy your life and advance in your career. So that's it there. That's how you get licensed to practice in Canada as a registered nurse. If you're looking to get registered as a registered nurse in the United States of America, in the United Kingdom, or in Dubai, I have made videos about that on this channel. Please look in this channel and you'll find many videos about that. You also find many videos about the express entry route, and if you're a student looking to advance your career scholarships, I've made lots of videos about that on this channel. Don't forget to like this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet, and don't forget to share this video with anyone you think might benefit from this video. Thank you so much dear for watching, and until I see you next time, have the best day ever. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.